Hello. Let's Talk Early Childhood Social Emotional Development will be the focus of today's at-home strategy to reinforce learning and development. First, I want to welcome you to today's session and thank you all for joining. When we validate our children's feelings, we lay the groundwork for them to grow socially and emotionally. This quote introduces us to today's session. Parents and caregivers are essential to healthy social emotional development. First, we're going to do a brief introduction to social emotional development in early childhood. Young children learn to recognize their own emotions as well as the emotions of others. Happy, sad, frustrated, excited. Establish friendships and connections with others. They learn how to play with their friends, to communicate, to help their friends. They learn how to make good decisions and approach challenges. There are 5 core components of social emotional development in early childhood. The first is self-awareness, understanding your emotions and thoughts and how they influence your behavior, such as identifying emotions, self-perception, recognizing strengths, self-confidence, and self-efficiency. Self-management, which is the ability to regulate your emotions and behaviors in different situations, and to set and work toward goals. Some skills included are executive function and self-regulation, stress management, and self-discipline. Social awareness is the ability to take the perspective of and emphasize with others, such as empathy, appreciating differences, and respect. Relationship skills, the ability to establish and maintain healthy and meaningful relationships with others. Communicating clearly, listening, resisting negative pressure, resolving conflicts and supporting one another. And lastly, responsible decision making. The ability to make choices and take responsibility for positive and negative outcomes, such as identifying problems, analyzing situations, problem solving, and reflection. Benefits of social emotional development. Children's social emotional development influences their self-confidence. It builds their self-esteem. It influences their empathy, ability to develop meaningful and lasting relationships and friendships, a sense of importance and value to those around them, and all other areas of development. Parents and caregivers play the biggest role in social emotional development because they offer the most consistent relationships for their child. To nurture your child's social emotional development, it is important that you actively engage in quality interactions. I have provided several examples of quality interactions between parents and young children, and we're going to go over them by age differences, age ranges. For infants, you want to be predictable and consistent with your routines. It's vital to have a routine for infants. You want to name feelings like happy, sad, mad. Respond to infants' coos and cries. Hold your infant while feeding him or her. For toddlers, develop and maintain consistent routines, just like we talked about with infants. Also be consistent with your rules and regulations. You want to encourage curiosity. Provide opportunities for your children to explore. Encourage and praise. Praise your young children for their efforts. If you see them playing well with their friends or with their siblings, praise them, encourage. And lastly, describe their feelings. And preschoolers, provide opportunities to play with other children. Support appropriate expression of feelings. Be attentive and help child manage feelings and control behavior. Okay, I've provided 2 activities for parents to do with their young children to promote social and emotional development during their early years. The first activity is called Mindfulness Jar and sometimes called Calming Timer. This is a great activity to do with your children if you see them maybe frustrated or maybe upset, just a way to calm them down instead of disciplining and punishing them. This is a good activity for mobile infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. Of course, for your mobile infants and toddlers, you'll want to get a smaller water bottle. For the materials, you will need a water bottle. Just like I said, for your mobile infants and toddlers, make sure it's a smaller water bottle so they can hold it. Clear gel glue, super glue, glitter, and hot water. And the directions for this activity: you want to remove the label from the water bottle. Fill the bottle about 3/4 with hot water, then add a bottle of glitter glue and a small tube of glitter. Then you'll want to screw on the cap and play with the mixture until it takes about 5 minutes for the glitter to settle at the bottom of the bottle. Add more clear glue to make it go slower or more water to make it settle faster. And lastly, super glue the cap onto the water bottle so it can't come off in your child's hands. This is a great activity to help children self-regulate and melt away the troubles that are causing big emotions. It can be very difficult for some children to calm down and decompress on their own. It helps with self-regulation, their sensory needs, big emotions, stress. You can use it as a timer, as well as just a boredom buster. If your children are bored, this is a great way to keep them involved and keep them playing. And the second activity, I love this activity, face-changing paper dolls. You can do this with toddlers and even preschoolers. This teaches children about emotions. These dolls can be played with endlessly in many ways. The ability to change the expression on the faces will lead to imaginative play and lots of discussion about what might make your child feel sad, happy, angry, or even surprised. The materials needed for this activity: paper, paint, scissors, markers, glue, toilet paper roll, even a paper towel roll, and cardboard. Face-changing paper doll directions. First, using the paper towel roll, make a few dolls. Cut a little window at about the height and size of your character's face. Have your child decorate her doll however she likes. Paint the rolls and use markers to add details after they are dry. Use cutout pictures from magazines and make clothes from fabric. Once your dolls are made, make the face inserts. Cut the paper towel roll to the same height as the toilet paper roll. Cut discs from your cardboard sheet, a little larger in circumference than the paper towel roll, to act as a base for your doll. Glue one end of each tube securely in the center of a disc. Cut 4 or more small circles of paper and draw a simple face showing a different emotion on each one. Another idea is to take photos of your child making faces and use this instead of drawing faces. Glue the faces around the side of the inner tube, making sure they are at the same level as the face windows cut into the toilet paper roll characters. Flip the paper towel roll over the toilet paper and use a pencil to trace the window straight onto the toilet paper tube. And lastly, you'll slide the paper towel roll dolls over the top of the toilet paper emotion inserts, and you are ready to play. All your child has to do is spin the cardboard disc at the base to change the expression on the doll's face. And as they are changing the expression on the doll's face, they can talk about each expression, when they feel each expression, how they feel. And these are just some examples of different ways you can do do this activity for different age groups. Maybe for infants, you can see on the right-hand side, cut a circle of white paper and just draw their emotion, a happy, sad face, scared face, and glue it and have them roll around to each emotion. On the left-hand side, just create paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls with googly eyes, however, with the different emotions. And you can go and discuss different emotions with your young children, however you want to do it. So this activity varies in different ways, just how it best suits you. Thank you all for joining again. I would love to stay connected. You can email me with any questions or topics you would like to learn more about. Mary@cdl.org.